Hello 102, my name is Brittany Teacher and today is Thursday, March 19th, 2020. I'm here today to do your Storytown lesson with you. Today we are going to work in our Storytown student book and workbook. You will also need a notebook or a piece of paper because we're going to answer some questions together at the end of our Storytown story. So today we are going to do pages 464 to 466. Let's begin on 464. There's a story here I want to read with you called Be Sun Safe. Be Sun Safe. Okay? I'm going to read it aloud. I want you to listen and point. Use your finger to follow along with me. Then when I'm finished reading, pause the video and you read the story by yourself one time. Okay? Be sun safe. It's that time of year again when you play outside in the sun. Be sure you are sun safe. Sun safety scientists Maria and Morgan below showed how in a science fair project they slathered a hot dog with sunscreen, left another one bare, and put them under a heat lamp. The hot dog without sunblock didn't have a good day at all. It almost exploded, said Maria. But the dog with the sunscreen didn't change at all, said Morgan. The moral of the story? Always wear sunscreen outside unless you want to end up as a real hot dog. Now look at the two hot dogs. This one's really red and hot and looks like it's having a bad day in the sun. This one looks happy. It's wearing sunscreen. So, which hot dog do you want to be? Let's look at the chart too. The top of the chart says, ways to stay safe in the sun. There are 3 different types of days. Cloudy days, partly cloudy days, and sunny days. We need to do extra things on sunny days. But let's check what we need to do on each day. Here are the things that we need to do. It says, stay inside. Limit time outside. Stay in the shade. Wear sunscreen. Wear a hat. Wear sunglasses. What are things we need to do every day in the sun or every day that we are outside? Every day, no matter what, we need to wear sunscreen, a hat, and sunglasses, even on cloudy and partly cloudy days. Because even when the sun is hidden behind clouds, it still gives off UV radiation. UV rays can harm your skin, they can sunburn you, and they can make you feel sick or tired. Wearing sunscreen, sunglasses, and a hat can protect you from sun rays, even on cloudy days. On partly cloudy days and sunny days, we need to stay in the shade and limit our time in the sun. But on sunny days, we might need to just stay inside. Okay, so this chart does a really good job of explaining lots of different ways to stay safe in the sun. Let's go to the next page, page 466. There are some connections comparing text questions. Get out your notebook or your piece of paper now, and let's answer questions 1, 2, and 3 together. Number 1, it says, compare the lizard and the sun and be sun safe. How are they alike and different? Well, this one's pretty easy to answer right away because something that they have in common is in the title. What word do both of these stories have in common? The word sun, that's right. So the sun plays an important part in both stories, okay? So we can say both stories are about the sun. Good. Now stop the video and think, how are these stories different? Try to think of an answer by yourself and then hit play when you're ready to hear my idea. Okay, are you back? We're trying to compare the two stories, The Lizard and the Sun and Be Sun Safe. We know one way they are alike. Both stories are about the sun. But how are they different? Maybe there's lots of different ways that the stories are different. You could have come up with a whole long list, but the most important thing to think about when we're comparing two stories is to think about the genre. Do you remember the genre of the story, The Lizard and the Sun? You can find that on page 434. It says the genre of this story is folk tale. Remember, we said a folk tale is an old story that's been passed down many, many times from an ancient civilization, usually using animals to explain things that happen in nature. Well, is Be Safe in the Sun a folk tale? No, it's a totally different kind of story. It doesn't have a genre, but at the top it does say it's a magazine article. This is not a fictional story. It's a story that gives us advice in a magazine about how to be safe in the sun. So one way these stories are different, we can say one story is a folk tale. One story is a folk tale. Another story, the other story is a magazine article. Okay? Both stories are about the sun. One story is a folk tale, the other story is a magazine article. Good, that's number one. Number two, on page 466, how do you protect yourself when you are out in the sun? This one is your opinion. I want to hear your opinion, what you do. You don't have to copy the article or copy the story, but if you get ideas from the story, that's good, okay? We all do different things to stay safe in the sun. I, for example, limit my time in the sun and wear sunscreen. Choose two things that you do to stay safe in the sun. Begin your sentence by saying, to stay safe in the sun, I blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Use the chart on page 465 to help give you ideas. Number three, how can you learn more about lizards? We always have this type of question in our connections section of the book, and the answer is always the same. It doesn't matter what they're asking you to learn about. What they want you to do is to think about ways we can research. You know that if you're curious about something, there are many different ways to find new information about that topic. Lots of people find information on the internet about lots of different topics that they're interested in. So you could search online about lizards. Lots of other people read books. They might go to the library, or they might research a book online and buy it on Amazon or something like that. They might even go to a bookstore. Some other people prefer to research by observing. That means looking with their own eyes at a lizard or something else in real life and making notes or drawing a picture. There are lots of different ways to research something. We can search online, we can read a book, we can observe in real life, we can also ask an expert. We can find someone in our life that knows more about something than we do, and we can interview them and ask them questions about their knowledge on the topic. So maybe you know someone who knows a lot about lizards. You could research lizards by interviewing them and asking them to give you information. That's 4 different ways that we can research something. Choose one and write a sentence about how you could research lizards, okay? Google search, or internet search, research in a book, observe, or ask an expert. Okay, once you are finished with your student book, we need to answer questions in our Storytown workbook. We're going to look on page 66 and answer questions 1 and 2 about the story, Staying Sun Safe, or Be Sun Safe. Number 1, why did the author include the chart in the article? Remember that chart that we looked at that had all of the pictures on it about how to stay safe in the sun? Why do you think the author put that article there? There are many reasons why authors put charts in stories. Pause the video, look at your student book, at the chart, and think, why did the author decide to include this chart? What's your opinion? After you've come up with an idea, you need to begin your sentence by saying, the author included this chart because. Then tell me your idea. Number 2. After reading this article, will you use sunscreen when you are playing in the sun? Explain. Okay, you need to explain. So it's not enough to just say yes or no. You need to say yes and then give me a reason. Yes, I will wear sunscreen because. And again, you must use the story to give me your answer. So I don't want you to say something like, I will wear sunscreen because my mom told me to. Tell me a reason why we should wear sunscreen from this story. What is one thing you learned about the benefit of wearing sunscreen? What is one thing you learned about the danger of being in the sun without sunscreen? Okay? Use the story to give me an opinion. That will be the best answer that gets the most points. Okay? All right, everyone, we are finished with our Storytown student book and workbook for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.